The first time I saw the original Halloween, I was 11 years old, and it was at a friend's birthday party where he had a sleepover, and I don't even think I made it to the end. I was so scared that I threw up and called my parents to come get me and take me home.
Halloween a révolutionné l'approche du genre, a imaginé tout un tas de codes qu'on retrouve aujourd'hui dans quasiment l'intégralité des slashers, mais le cinéma d'horreur avant, il était peut-être un petit peu moins jeune, un petit peu plus cérébral et très souvent bien moins proche des gens. C'est-à-dire que ça faisait appel à des éléments fantastiques ou alors ça mettait en scène des complots, des trames qui ne reposaient pas uniquement sur une bande de jeunes qui se font massacrer chez eux. Et Halloween, justement, c'est ça.
Okay. Later. Have a good time. We definitely will.
On dit souvent que c'est l'inventeur du slasher. En fait, 4 ans avant Halloween, il y a eu un autre film qui s'appelait Black Christmas, qui mettait déjà en scène des jeunes qui se font zigouiller par un tueur, et en plus qui reprenait cette idée de date symbolique. Là, en l'occurrence, c'était Noël. Pourquoi Halloween a eu le succès que Black Christmas, qui pourtant est sorti 4 ans plus tôt, n'a pas eu? Ça, on ne peut pas savoir. Ce qui est sûr, c'est que Black Christmas n'avait pas Jamie Lee Curtis, et c'est un début d'explication.
Excuse me, Laurie.
Oh, Mr. Brackett, I'm sorry, Mr. Brackett.
Oh, I didn't mean to startle you.
That's all right.
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
Yes, sir.
I was an actor. I had a manager at the time who said, "You have an audition for this movie." And I did the audition. I remember going to I remember it was on Cahuenga Boulevard. I remember that. Tiny little office, half the size of this room. We did the scene where Laurie was alone in her bedroom and then looks out the window and sees Michael standing there. And that was really it. The thing I liked about it is that I was in the whole movie. I was on a TV show prior to that where I was one of 5 women. And if you got 1 or 2 lines a week on this TV show, it was a lot. And here was a script with a character who was on every page of the script. And it was a character, as you said, who was intelligent. And there was a beautiful story to tell. I got to tell the story as an actor. When you have 1 line, how do you tell a story?
John Carpenter, on lui a fixé un but. Il avait 20 jours de tournage. Il avait un budget d'environ 325 000 $. Ça paraît beaucoup, mais c'est extrêmement peu. Le film devait pouvoir sortir pour Halloween et, en gros, il n'avait absolument pas une thune. John Carpenter, à ce moment-là, il a surtout la réputation d'un faiseur efficace et pour pas cher.
I think the difficulty was typical of many low-budget movies, especially of the time, which is not enough time in the schedule. You know, you were constantly running. For us to make that movie in the short length of time we did was a testament to how efficient the crew was and the actors were.
It was fun. It was fast. It was cheap and it was fun. That's what I remember about it. We had to watch out for the palm trees because it was supposed to be the Midwest and the palm trees everywhere.
En vrai, ça a été tourné pas loin d'Hollywood. On voit des palmiers en arrière-plan. Ils ont fabriqué des fausses feuilles mortes qu'ils lâchaient dans la rue et qu'ils éparpillaient au cas de vent et qu'ils devaient ramasser après pour la scène suivante parce qu'ils n'avaient pas les moyens d'en refaire. Voilà, c'est un tournage complètement fauché. Même l'histoire du masque, à la base, dans le scénario, il y avait juste écrit « un masque terrifiant ». C'est réellement, sincèrement, un petit miracle Halloween. En fait, c'est Tommy Lee Wallace qui était responsable des effets, des costumes. Tout le monde faisait un petit peu du staff de toute façon sur ce tournage, qui est allé chercher un masque et qui est revenu avec 2 masques. Un masque de clown et un autre de William Shatner, donc Captain Kirk de Star Trek. Il a teint les cheveux en noir, il a repeint le masque tout en blanc, il a masqué un petit peu les yeux, et même si le masque du clown fonctionnait, à l'instant, et il le raconte très bien, à l'instant où il a mis le masque de William Shatner devant tout le monde, là c'est devenu l'évidence. D'un seul coup, c'était complètement déshumanisé, on voyait pas le regard, il y avait une tension d'un seul coup qui imprégnait la pièce. Mais c'est un hasard complet. Il aurait pu ne pas trouver ce masque de William Shatner et on aurait eu un masque de clown, somme toute, assez classique.
Michael?
It was a very careful decision to not use any blood. The only blood was at the beginning killing the sister. After that, all of the killing was in the mind of the viewer. As soon as you use blood, you limit the imagination of the audience.
Audiences go to a horror movie to be scared. That's what they want. If you tell them a good story and you creep them out, you got it made.
Le film sort, il a coûté 325 000 $, c'est rien du tout. Il en rapporte 40 millions aux États-Unis et 70 millions dans le monde. C'est un immense succès, mais en vrai, personne s'y attendait. Les producteurs s'y attendaient pas et John Carpenter ne s'y attendait pas.
No one did. It was a little exploitation movie. It was made very fast for very little money. It was a group of young people coming together and making this story. Nobody had any real sense that it would become something important.
It scared the shit out of them. That's why it's a hit. It's scary.
We're here to investigate a patient that killed 3 innocent teenagers on a Halloween in 1978.
L'idée de base avec le nouveau Halloween, elle vient d'un mec qui s'appelle Jason Blum, qui est tout simplement le producteur le plus influent d'Hollywood à l'heure actuelle, qui a une maison de production qui s'appelle Blumhouse et qui cartonne dans le registre horrifique.
The reason I was excited to do Halloween is I loved the first movie and I really did think the sequels, didn't begin to live up to it, and I felt like there was a real opportunity to take the spirit of the first movie and update it to, 40 years later, but really the specific idea for it, and the movie was created by David and Danny McBride.
Yeah, I got an email one morning that just said Halloween ? And somehow I knew what he was talking about. I knew exactly what he was talking about, and I knew I was going to make it. In 2 seconds, my legs started shaking. It was a very weird feeling. You know how when you look, you're up on a tall building or a high place and you look over the edge and you feel weird in your legs? I just saw the word Halloween with a question mark and my legs started feeling weird because I knew what he was talking about and I knew I was going to have to jump.
Jason talked to me early on and said, well, they're going to make the movie, so why don't you come aboard and we'll make it good? It's almost like I've been sitting on the sidelines criticizing the sequels. And it was a challenge. Why don't you get off the sidelines and come in here in the arena and work with us and make this a good movie? And I thought, wow, that's a good idea. What I loved about it is Jamie Lee returned, and she returned with a force. She shows her chops. I mean, as an actress, she's just great. That's what I loved about it.
Jake Gyllenhaal is my godson and good friend, and Jake had worked with David on Stronger, and Jake called me last summer and said, my friend David wants to talk to you about a Halloween movie, and so David called me. And then I read it the next day and said yes that next day. He said everybody's involved. Malik Akkad, the original producer, Mustafa Akkad's son, John Carpenter, even Nick Castle was going to be in The Mask. So I knew from that would be special.
On parlait d'étoiles qui s'alignent pour le premier Halloween, et loin de moi l'idée de comparer David Gordon Green à John Carpenter, mais avec ce nouveau Halloween, il y avait encore cette idée de « Ok, cette fois-ci, tout s'annonce bien. Il y a un producteur qui sait y faire, il y a un réalisateur qui sait y faire. Il y a Jamie Lee Curtis qui est de retour. Franchement, c'est limite le premier Halloween est le meilleur. Je préfère limite le premier Rob Zombie à celui de David Gordon Green, mais non, c'est un excellent Halloween. C'est un excellent Halloween.